would like to talk about personal experiences with PTSD and nightmares. I've heard a lot about how the two are very much connected, and after talking with my counselor today, I found out that some people have immediate responses with PTSD, and for some people it's slowly creeps up on them and attacks. Now, I feel like I've had PTSD the whole time since my incident, but I feel like it's gotten worse since I am now living single and not alone, but I am alone way more now than I was. Well, not really. I've been alone a lot in the last, I'd say, 4 months or so, even though I've been single for about 2 months. Personally, had a nightmare recently that was about the man who tried to murder me, and I haven't had a dream about this person in a while, and it was about him leaving me a voicemail about how I was a horrible person, especially for becoming a drug addict, which I really didn't just become one. I always have had an addiction problem, which he and I never really discussed. So it's interesting that my nightmares kind of pertain to a lot of fears, even though a lot of them are quite out there. They make sense because I feel like they pertain to a lot of stuff that I beat myself up over, but this dream was about him just treating me like absolute shit, and this is probably the 4th dream I've had about him that was about him just being an absolute terror towards me, and me just taking it, being completely humble and just being like trying to fix the problem, or just standing there taking it like, all right, yep, you're right, sure, I believe you, I hate myself too. What else do you want to talk about? I saw him in the dream and he was just absolutely vile towards me, but I woke up soon after that. I didn't really have anything that I said back to him in this dream. I have moments where in the morning or right before I'm going to bed, I'm laying there and I'm either staring off in a blank space or I've got my eyes shut, and I feel like my brain throws me through a portal to the night of my attack, and I can remember sounds and specific feelings and sensations. Visual, I could see everything for exactly what it was that night that it happened, and it is enough to push me over the edge to feel like it makes sense why I'm punishing myself now. I've accepted that I believe that I deserved what happened to me, and that I deserved nothing and to be alone. And people who don't even know me, or people that might have known me in the past but didn't know me for very long, hate me, but nobody could hate me as much as I hate myself. Nobody could be punishing me as much as I punish myself. And that is a huge part of PTSD, but it's also the kind of person that I was before this happened. And I'm not at all the same person that I was before my incident, and yet my past will not leave me. I will always be haunted and plagued by it until I can have enough time to get better. I feel like time is the only thing that I have that might possibly and potentially make me feel different and somewhat better. Time does not heal all. It just that we learn to cope and find mechanisms to build a safety net around us, so to speak, to protect ourselves better, to learn from our mistakes and just ease towards a little bit more comfortability. But what happened to me and what I feel is actually never going away 100%. That's just, it doesn't exist like that. Yes, people with PTSD can get better and heal in a sense, but it does change your brain physically, not just mentally. And I wouldn't wish the way that I feel and think and what I've gone through on anyone. Yet I know that I'm not the only one who has experienced as horrific of a life or experiences that I have experienced. I'm not the only one. And there's people who tried their hardest to be strong and lost their life. There's people that couldn't take all the bullying that you do experience. And you know what? I don't think that they're weak or cowards. I understand. I'm now trying my best. All I can say is I make a valiant effort to keep a positive amount of people in my life, and the people that I have in my life, I'd like to say, are really healthy for me for once. And all I can say is that I'm making the effort. That's all I've got. And this is not easy. And I just hope that for anyone going through PTSD, that you find the right people to be around, the right counselor, maybe the right medication. Honestly, I just upped my medication that I'm on. I am on a mood stabilizer and seizure medication. I used to be at this dose a year and a half ago. I've been on this medication for about 19 months, and it's been the best thing that's ever worked for me. I'm thankful that I kept on it the whole time through my incident and everything, because when I tried to go off it, I had a mental breakdown. And I realized a little while ago that the quality of my life will never be that great if it weren't for this medication. And that is unfortunate, but some of us were already struggling before what happened to us from chemical imbalances. It's never going to be magic. It's never going to be, all right, I'm finally better now. I don't need this. I'm finally better. Nothing ever from my past is ever going to come creeping on me, or my brain's not going to hate me one day and fall apart. And I've accepted that. And I hope that you can find ways to accept that. But that you can find ways to feel better, feel more comfortable, because I do believe in that. And that is a form of healing and progressing in life. I'm open to advice, and I'm open to giving advice. I wouldn't say I'm the greatest at speech sometimes, yet I could talk forever. And I am here for people. I am very caring and loving. I wish you well.